my friends, we're back on the celica here. Got a big job to do this morning. We're going to be taking the radiator and the air conditioning condenser and pump and sorting all that out. So I'm going to crack on, start dismantling. So a lot of that front end's got to come off, and once I get it all apart there, I'll bring you up to speed with what's going on then. Right, stage one complete. All I've done is take the front bumper off, and it does reveal some ugliness down there. I don't know if how well we can see this on the camera. It's a bit not that great. I don't know how well that's picking it up, but that's the air conditioning radiator, or condenser they call it, I think, isn't it, or whatever it is. It's completely rotten, and I think I got to take away this sort of front scuttle piece there to get to the radiator, and got a few other little bits and bobs. But one thing I did fail to mention, I'm going to be doing a full service on here, which includes plugs, all the filters, oil obviously, and it'll automatically be getting a radiator flush because we're putting a new radiator on as well. So that's where we're at the moment. Lots of lovely rusty screws trying to get this front end off, but we got it there. So she's looking a little bit naked there, looks a bit odd, but that's where we're at the moment. Right, just removed the condenser here. Pretty straightforward job, just a couple bolts. And let me see if I can zoom in and maybe if I pick it up towards the light there, you can sort of see what condition it in. It is absolutely trash. So we're going to shift, get rid of those. I'm not sure if I have to reuse those brackets there, but here's where it's come out of. The radiator doesn't look in bad shape, so cut a long story short, I'm basically topping the water up every month or something like that. It's, you know, it needs topping up, but I got to be honest, it looks in really good shape, so I'm not sure where it's leaking from. I've never seen any water leaking, and I've done the obvious, like check the oil and things like that, so the head gasket's good, but I thought, seeing as we're in there, we'll just dive in and get it all changed anyway, so hopefully that will cure the issue. But I can't see any issue at all with this radiator. No sign of any leakage, but it's not usually that straightforward, is it? So I'll press on. Right, got the radiator off. The radiator is actually in good shape. The issue is the brackets on their inlet and outlet pipe there were absolutely toast. They'd corroded, and that's what was causing the very small oil leak I had. That is what's left of one of the brackets. So there's a very small leak on the either side, not much at all, but it was there. So but I got a new radiator for what it's worth. I'll stick it in anyway, and it'll all be nice and fresh with a new condenser, new radiator. So this is what it looks like now, and the great thing is I've now got access to the power steering pump, so literally all that has to come out anyway, because that is absolutely toast. And what I've been doing, I've bypassed it. You can see the belt's not on there, it's all knackered, and I don't know how well you can see that, but I managed to bypass it. So I've actually got a belt that fits a BMW 330i, and that managed to work out. So well, by the way, I got a new power steering pump, not a new one, another one from my donor car over there. So I'm going to press on. Air conditioning pump extracted, and what a pain in the not so bad, just the bolts were I was really scared of snapping a bolt in what would be the engine block, and then, well, I just don't want to go there. I just have to accept that I'd never have air conditioning again. So that's where we're at the moment. just keep working my way through, and bear in mind this car is 24 years old, so every single nut and bolt is not volunteering itself out. It is absolutely stubborn as you know what. So I had a couple of the very small bolts have snapped, so we'll have a bit of fun with them later. But apart from that, it's not going too bad. So bad news, ordered a new condenser, radiator condenser for the air conditioning. It's the wrong one. So I'm going to just try my local parts company here, and I was trying to save a few bucks getting it online. But the radiator's fine, the one I got. So I'll have a little bash at that. I'm going to just go down to my auto parts place and order, see if they got one of those for me. Usually pretty good. And like I said, I'll be doing the sparkulators there as well. Air filter, oil filter. But I just found it interesting. I found the remnants of the burnt out clutch on the air conditioning pump there on the under tray, and there was a hell of a smell when that went. So for a second I thought the bloody engine was on fire, but nothing too serious. But yeah, put it all back together, and there's a possibility, because I cannot get them anywhere, the old compressor may be going back on. Or the other thing, the one from my donor car over there is in slightly better condition, so I might put that one on. So I've tested them both, and they're holding pressure brilliantly, so unfortunately they may have to go back on. Anyone who over tightens an air filter deserves the full force of the law bestowed upon them. It's been an absolute nightmare getting that, you know. I'd like them to be publicly flogged or something. It involved belt and that tool because the diameter of it wasn't quite big enough. And the other little whinge I'm going to have is this car has been serviced from new at a Toyota main dealer, and I stopped a few years ago, I think around about COVID time, because I just felt I'd been really ripped off, to be honest. The prices just suddenly shot up, and they just really took the mick. The customer service disappeared. It's not that personal anymore. I used to phone the branch, you sort of knew who you were talking to, but these days you just go to a central hub somewhere which deals with all the dealerships for the whole country, and they used to look after you, you know, they'd always have a courtesy car and things like that. But I felt that customer service is no longer there, and they took the mick with the prices, so I no longer see it fit to use them anymore, and I'm just going to crack on with putting the oil back in, which I've just drained, and I will also fill the oil filter up before I put it in as well. Preparing for spark plugs to go in. All the coils are out. Note, just genuine parts. That's been the case throughout. And the filters and even the oil recommended by Toyota, so I've gone the full hog on the service. So I won't bore you with that detail, just unscrewing them and putting new ones in. So that will be the last thing service wise to do. I've done the filter. The filter box is removed, but I just changed it anyway, the filter, and then it'll be a case of putting all that back together. Right, what I got in front of me is the not new really, but donor air compressor, whatever you want to call it, from my donor vehicle. And I've refurbished it, so I basically took it all apart and checked the clutch and checked that it actually functions. And I'm now going to put the necessary lubricant, because it's all new system. We're putting in a new air conditioning radiator, all that's going to be brand new. I have managed to get hold of one of those. It's hopefully, with some luck, coming tomorrow. So I'm going to do that now. I've done a lot of research and found out exactly how much it needs. And it's saying 100 mil, so I've marked out on that cup there. So I'm going to do that now, and this is the stuff I'm using for my particular vehicle. So it's proper Toyota recommended, and we're going to put all that together, and hopefully we'll get this part back in the vehicle now. Just to show you, that's where it's going to go in, and I'm going to put it in there. and gently turn it a few times just to get the lubrication around. Right, I got the compressor back on, and relatively straightforward job. There's just 3 bolts there, and I put the air conditioning lines back on as well, and just to be on the safe side, I've also put new O-rings there. They looked in fairly good conditions, the ones that were there, but play it safe, they are 24 years old. So we'll put the new radiator, which means swapping the fans over from the old one, and just a bit of plumbing basically, so I'll crack on with that. Right, thankfully the new air conditioning rad has arrived, or air exchanger, still don't know what to call it. And I've put the fans on the new rad as well, so she'll be staying cool inside and out hopefully. Right, and just like that we've got the new radiator in. It was pretty straightforward. There's only the main hoses there to clip back in, and a nifty little device on Toyotas is you can lift the expansion tank, hook it onto the bonnet catch to raise the water level to ready for filling. So we'll get that all filled in. I haven't put the air conditioning rad on yet, but that's next. So got our pipe there and down there to connect up. So I managed to take the brackets off the old one, which was a pain in the because they were all rusted on, so I need to reuse those. So I'll get that on now, and we'll take a quick pick of that, and then final thing would be to get all the air box in. That's had a new filter in there. Any sort of celica guys out there, or anybody in fact, I'd love to know what this is. I haven't got a clue. It's sort of it's got a motor on it, it's connected to the airbox, it's connected to the engine, it regulates something, it does something. And funnily enough, I know somebody who's had one of these engines in a Toyota MR2, and it runs perfectly fine without it. So, but in the Celica they have it, so maybe it's just lack of space. Anyway, I'd just love to know what that is. It's this funny looking device. Haven't got a clue. Right, here we are, everything buttoned up again. And firstly, apologies if this video seems a little bit jumpy. I've been away on holidays and then continued filming the rest of the video, so just trying to remember what I last said on the previous video. I think I was on about this device, and I did a bit of research, found out what that was. It's apparently a secondary air pump. Pumps air into the exhaust manifolds, something to do with emissions, but that's what it is. So anyway, back to the matter in hand. I've got the, you can just about see it, there's the air conditioning compressor. I've got that back on with a new auxiliary belt on. Absolute nightmare, because I couldn't understand why I couldn't get it on, and basically the old belt was a size too small, very very tight, so I was struggling with the belt tensioner, which is over there, if it will focus, I think over there somewhere, and I've had to buy a special tool for that to it wasn't so bad getting it off, but getting it on was a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, I just got the neck size up and it just about goes on, so I think the previous belt was just a little bit too on the small side. Anyway, it is working like an absolute gem. It is ice cold. I've had it all regassed, and I got to be honest, since owning the vehicle, I don't think I've felt the air come out that cold before, and it's really really nice. Really appreciate it. So we had a really nice warm summer, and the timing of it couldn't have been any better. So I think I've been so slow getting this video out. It's probably autumn winter now in the UK, but that's where we're at. So just got this plastic covering to put back on, and I'm really really pleased with it. And I actually dug deep into the issue with the old air compressor, and the actual compressor's all right. It was just the clutch which had gone really, so it had I could have got away with just putting a new clutch in, but either way it's the same amount of work. I had to get it all out and add another one anyway, so we got that one on. So yeah, that was just getting well, a service and rebuilding the air conditioning system on the Toyota Celica. Usual like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll try to get back on the case with these videos. I've been a bit slow, and big apologies for that, and really appreciate any support you can give. Until the next time, goodbye.